Well, here I am with the 2019 Beta 125 RRS. A little update. I went ahead and got some bars I was talking about, some grip glue. You can use anything. You can use hairspray, spray paint, I've heard. But I also got these Pro Taper universal mounts to go from 7/8 to 1 1/8. Well, here they are. This is what it looks like. Apart. Problem is, Beta used this bolt pattern, which is 40 millimeters, which is pretty standard. It's pretty dang close to this, but I'm guessing 7/8 bars typically have a narrower spot. And because this is angled, I don't know if you can tell that. It's wider here than here. It's angled in. If it was square, I'd feel confident to maybe auger that out somewhat down there and go ahead and put these in. But these do not work. It says 200116. Here it is, universal bar clamp. It doesn't work. So I don't know if the Beta is not standard, which I could probably believe, but without measurements online, I didn't know. I knew what this was because I already knew that because I had already taken measurements over here of that hole to that hole, the width, and those line up. But I need these to go through that top piece, and you shouldn't be going into here and there. Plus, the bottom part there is only that long. It's not long enough across here to even attempt to line up those ones and just try to bolt it all down and see what happens. Just not going to work. So I need it. Or use this one so the cable's not in the way. So I need it to line up right there. Lines up with those ones because I've already tried it. And I've taken measurements with the calipers. And I don't know if you can tell that, but nope. Not quite there. It's like so close. If this was a square piece versus being tapered, then I would be good to go. So either the Beta used a wider bolt pattern than normally is done for 7/8 bars, or these just don't work. I don't know. So that's pretty screwy. I don't know, maybe Pro Taper can chime in. But in the meantime, I went ahead and contacted Paul at Highway Dirt Bikes, gave him the measurements, and asked if he can make a set of adapters that is 40 mil that will go to 40 mil. Like I said, it's so close, but so far away. This is something so easy if I knew somebody that could change that around, or if I knew somebody that could make this obviously deeper, change the profile to fit the bigger bars, Dremel that out, use a Dremel grinding and slowly go auger that out more. You could probably make it work because these are wide enough. Then all I would have to do, honestly, if that did work, but man, that's taking a risk on the triple clamp, is then I would just use the top clamp here to go over the new bars. Yeah, because see, that would be flush there and there, and then that would work. Like, It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell with my eyes here. It's like it's not much that needs to come out. I mean, honestly, very little. But man, that's taking a big risk on the clamp here. The top is at the top clamp. I mean, if you took this all apart, took it to a machine shop and said, hey, make it for 1 1/8 bars, match this profile so I could put bars on, they could probably do that pretty easy. There's probably a way they could do that, I'm sure. But this is all molded in to this clamp, so it's not separate. Then I was looking on the Honda here. That looks like it's a 7/8. I honestly don't know what the XR came with, because this is how it came with the bigger bars. And it might have adapters. Highway dirt bikes, this is all part of their whole clamp unit. I'm not going, at least on this bike is what he gave me. And maybe, just maybe, this would fit over here. But I really don't want to take apart all this. But maybe I'll take a quick look and see if I can get one of these off. If I can take one off, but I don't think I can just take one off. I think I have to remove this. I have to remove this for the Pro, these to get to the other bolt to remove this. So like I said, Highway Dirt Bikes, Paul at Highway Dirt Bikes, I sent him a message. So hopefully he can get me hooked up with a 40. Well, I'll buy it. It doesn't have to be a hookup, but you know, make it if it has to be custom made. A 40 mil from here to there, and then after that's all done, then I can get, well, I already took a measurement for him from there to there and there for stock, just so he has it for his file, but then he can get me the top clamp for the bars. So I have a $40 set of these. For now, I'll just hang on to them. It's not worth dealing with a return to Rocky Mountain ATV. You know, of course I had to demolish the package, but they should have really gave the dimensions online of what the bolt pattern was. You know, they should have said 40 mil for that one, and then whatever. There's obviously a slight range there, but that's less than that. I mean, you can clearly see that. I'll go ahead and take a look at the directions real quick. So the directions here, they don't, I don't know if you can read that or not, but there you go, if you can. I'm not quite sure, I guess the distance to those holes, 3.5 to 4 inches. Okay. So, unfortunately, the Pro Taper, yeah, that doesn't work. So if I would have just had simple measurements online, I would have known. I could have taken those measurements and been like, well, they don't fit. So go on like this. So they give you black bolts, black Allens to go in there so you don't really see it. And then that goes on like that, and those line up. And the size I need, or what's in this top. So, like I said, if I wanted to risk augering that out over there, I could, and then I could use this for the top. But I don't really want to chance that, you know, because that's a solid piece. Who knows what Beta charges, if I can just easily even get that. Probably a special order from Italy, so I wouldn't really want to go there. Although I'm sure I could do a pretty good job by eyeballing it. If you're trying to put big 1 1/8 bars onto your Beta 125 RRS, Beta made it a little bit difficult, so don't trust the Pro Taper adapters. Not going to work, at least not right off the bat. However, maybe highway dirt bikes will, and I'll bring you an update video if I get those in. So I thought I was done with the bar comparison, but I figured, what happens if I mount up the Pro Taper with just the top piece that fits into the bolt pattern with the bars? I mean, they're there. I don't think they would turn on you or anything. But, I mean, I would probably want to get longer bolts at the hardware store to go into there. And it would probably be fine. Or, I don't know if you can see up in there, but I could easily just take a little bit of material off from the sides here and get those to fit right in. It'd be nice and smooth and just be able to fit the big bars. And as you can see, it's pressing down, it's covering a wide area. And that would work. I mean, ideally, I need the top mount to then put on the highway dirt bike bark busters. If I continue with those and thread this out and do all that good stuff and mount them up, I still need the length here. But yeah, this would pretty much work, or just leave them like this with, obviously, get longer bolts for safety so they're threaded in there quite far. And I mean, of course I'm not on the bike yanking it and stuff, but I don't think they will move. I think they're pressed down good enough. I don't know. Decisions. Anyways, we'll see what Highway Dirt Bike says. I mean, if he has an adapter, then no sense, but I figured I'd bring you this little bit to show that, see, 40 mil from there to there works. So my friends, stay well, and hopefully this helps you out. Have a good one. Bye.